So back in 2010, I was a detective on a murder squad, and I've been doing that for about 6 years. I decided that I wanted really to do something different, you know, within policing as such, but with a broader parameter. So I decided to apply for the position of protection officer, as we call them. Some people call them bodyguards, but protection officer, which I did in 2010. A long old process for me, partly because I had other cases that I had to deal with and go to trial. But after doing my basic firearms course and then going on to do in specialist protection shooting and then doing my actual protection course, which is a 5-week course which runs every year, I guess. A 5-week course which enables planning as well as conundrums. It's considered to be a particularly hard course to pass. I managed to pass, which I'm pleased to say, and I went on to what we call the ministerial side of protection, which involved off with Nick Clegg. And I worked for Nick Clegg for about 3 years actually. Normally you would be 2 years on a team. I did that for 3. And then with a view of looking at moving on to the prime ministerial team, which was a whole big step up for me. As you can imagine, you're more in the limelight on that particular team. Even though Nick Clegg was the deputy prime minister, there was definitely a different ball game in regards to working on the prime minister's team. So I joined the team when David Cameron was prime minister, and for 2 years, and won election, and then obviously the famous Brexit, and watched him walk out of Downing Street in 2017. I stayed on that team and looked after Theresa May until October 2017. I've also done visitors as well. So I did Jimmy Carter. I've also worked with Obama's team, Bill Clinton as well. Prince Hassan, I don't suppose many people would know who that is, who's like the brother of the King of Jordan. So I've looked after him, and various other dignitaries from around the world. I don't know if you recognise this place back here. As you can see, it's the back end of Downing Street. And this is the working end of the street, believe it or not, known as the L-shaped road. And as you can see, you might be able to pan over, or you might show it later, that you can see the red building, which is basically the offices of number 10, and also where I had my office when I was a protection officer over here for 3 years. One of the questions I was asked was if I'd ever travelled anywhere with the Prime Minister, or with anybody in fact. So I've pretty much been on every single continent, from South America to China. So I have, yeah, I'm answering the question. Yeah, I've been to most places. I think I've been to every single country in Europe as well as America. I've lost the number of how many states I've been to in America through my travels, which has been really handy. Okay, so when am I going to go next? So I've done my 30 years in the police. So I finished this month, or like just 2 weeks ago. From my point of view, I think I've done my time in the police, and I'm looking forward to doing something new and maybe doing protection in the private sector. So I've already got some certificates and courses under my belt, and I'll be very shortly looking after some high net worth individuals in regards to providing them security and protection. It's probably going to be a little bit different to what I've done before, but I'm eager for the challenge, and I'm really looking forward to it.